Welcome back, comrades, to DAR Survival. We're doing something a little different. Kind of in a predicament. The last video I made was the day before they changed up everything. They added diesel everywhere. They took out the tank and a bunch of other vehicles, put some in their place. So this is going to be a recap, I guess you would say, of the new stuff. How far I've come along, how far I've got. So let's jump on into it without further ado. Oh, we're on the live server on that one. Oops. Hold on. Let's get back to the sandbox. 3,068 days. I gotta show you that. Time survived. Distance traveled. 374,000 kilometers. Yeah, that's some hoofing. That was a lot of bike pedaling, let me tell you. Anyways, let's once again resume. I'm at the forward base this go round. Let's zoom out and give you a picture of the map now. I have cleared a lot of my obstacles out. I don't have much left as far as things to deal with, take care of. I've taken out all the mafia bases. They're all dealt with, done, found the vehicles. Still aware of this general location right here, the end game startup. That's where you do the Belaz mission, get all the parts. That's a ton of materials, people. Let me tell you. It's crazy to think about. Every time I look at the quest, moving town, I know where the nuclear reactor are, so that's not an issue. I can get the water, not an issue. Steel tools, not an issue. Spare parts, not an issue. Where I have an issue is the 100,000 steel I gotta make, 100,000 lead, the 50 car batteries, which it's 10 sulfuric acid per car battery. So it's a number crunching time game at this point right now as far as trying to wrap all this up. Give you a view of the forward pace location. Got tangerines growing right now and strawberries. Still got the Christmas tree up from the Christmas event. Stockpile's looking a little juicy. I'm not short on anything. I have a plethora of jarred and canned goods, 56,000 salt, 13,000 sugar. I mean, you get the idea. Have all the vehicles, all the bicycles, the bike, the 3 cars, the Jeep, the van, the pickup truck with bed, the military mover, the larger diesel size military mover, and then the KR-AZ 255, which replaced the Belaz. But this only has 35 tons now. But in saying that, these new diesel trucks, they're not worth but moving something once. 100 kilometers, 34 liters of diesel. The KMAZ uses. The GAZ-66 diesel as well. It's 20 kilometers, or 100 kilometers, 20 liters, 5 tons only. So it's not even beneficial. The UAZ 452 is still the best bang for your buck, and it runs on normal gasoline. and that's 100 kilometers, 15 liters. The reason why I say this is this has a capacity of 4.5 tons. Now, the diesel equivalent of 5 tons, you got another 5 liters on that 100 kilometer. So you're chewing through diesel, which you shouldn't be as a mobile petrol usage. You want to stick with the gasoline moving around and use the diesel for the one-way trips of moving a ton of stuff, whether it's your brick, your steel, etc. The one thing I haven't made yet, and the reason why is I've been trying to decide whether I'm going to do the Belaz or the MI8. I know where the electric car is, but here's my issue. See the capacity? It's 500 kilogram. You ain't putting but maybe 2 bottles of water, 1 food. You get my drift here? You ain't carrying nothing in this car. I mean, you're better off in the bike. 125. Well, I don't know. I guess it's debatable. I don't see a use for this thing, even though it's a battery operated car. I just don't. I have everything but the one nuclear battery, and I get that from the plant and the other parts. I don't know. There's no real sell to it. It'd be different if I didn't have to, I guess, recharge it, fuel it up. But see, it says the battery will last 10 to 20 years, so I guess it's no fuel consumption. But moving around only, say, 300 kilogram of stuff a time, that it just doesn't seem profitable, beneficial, time conducive. I mean, at 60 kilometers an hour, which the bus moves faster at 70. I don't know. I guess I'm fond of the bus. I don't know what to say. It hasn't done me wrong so far. Oh yeah, everything's maxed out. Survival, cooking, chemistry, mechanics, sewing, blacksmithing. A lot of misconceptions out there, and I'm seeing it in the live game right now on the live server. People are saying there's only 4 types of ammo. Please stop telling people that. I'm going to count them for you. This is called a handmade shotgun. That's one type of ammo. So that's 1. Now you got your 9x18 millimeter. That's your 9 millimeter. That's 2. You got your 7.62 by 25 millimeter. That's your TT ammo. That's 3. You have your 7.62 by 38 Nagant ammo. That's for the Mosin Nagant rifle and the sawed-off version, and the handgun. So those 3 Nagant guns use that 1 round. Okay, then you got, say we're up to 4 now. You got 7.62 by 54 millimeter. So we're up to 5. Then you got 5.45 by 39 millimeter. Now we're up to 6. And last but not least, yes, this is ammo. You need it to shoot out of one of these. A rocket launcher. Okay. We got 7 types of ammo in the game, because you have 7 possibilities of projectile in the different variant types. But the one thing that won't switch up is the shotgun and the rocket launcher. The 5.45 gets used in 4 different guns. The 7.62 gets used in a lot of guns. The Mosin Nagant only gets used in 3 weapons: a handgun, a sawed-off, and a rifle. And then you get multiple different types, and I'm going to show them in a minute, of handguns. And sub and mini machine guns, which uses a 7.62 by 25 TT ammo. Now, let me discuss those weapons. Here we go. PPS 43 uses the TT ammo. What else we got? The PPSH 41 uses the TT ammo. And the AKS-74U uses the 5.45 39 ammo. And as we all know, the AK always uses the 5.45 39 ammo. Now, the handguns. You got your 9x18s, your Mosin Nagant, your TT ammo, your 9x18. And then your different rifle variants, 1, 2, and 3. And then your machine gun variants, RPK-74, DP-27, and the PMK. Now, let's see. Oh, I actually picked that one up. The DP-27 uses a 7.62 by 5.4. The PMK, same thing. Go to my inventory and grab that other gun and drop it. There we go. Ha, picked up 31 of them. Okay, the RPK-74 uses the 5.45 39. Let's drop 30 of them. There we go. Try to keep one of each weapon on me because each battle is different. Some battles require different artillery. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a minute. The ammo change I was happy with. Adding the diesel I was happy with. Taking away the tank before I got to build it when I had all the parts. I'm still crying in my Russian tears, let me tell you. It's not Nostrovia over here, comrades. It's downtrodden, and man, I didn't get to play with a Russian tank. But anyways, I digress onto the other vehicles. I really don't use the bikes. I've learned to stay out of those unless it's a dire case need. One leg injury and you're walking those. They changed up the meds, which I'm happy that it's streamlined. You no longer can, let me show you as an example, hot click them to your toolbar because there's no need for that unless it's the painkiller, the healing salve, or the Lidocaine. And the reason why those are quick action clickables. The others are needed when a sickness or an ailment arises. Then they get used. And you hope you have them on your person. So, first and foremost, never leave the hut without your meds, or your water, or your tools. And what I've always thrown into the toolkit is the chemistry set, the chainsaw, the generator, the welder. And if you come across a chimney stove, it's always good to have a bellows on you, but trying to make one when you don't have one is a pain. And it doesn't take up much weight. It's 5 kilograms. Carry it. And always the same, 3 forms of light. As far as fire, your matches, your 1 Zippo, and then your Primus stoves. I carry 2. Carry 2 flashlights. The powerful flashlight, 200% search speed, and the battery flashlight, which is 250%. I use this one when I want to go. A couple people sent me a tell saying, "Hey, how are you scavenging so fast?" I see that bar go zoop, 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 zoop. Is the footage sped up? No, it's not. It's these that cause that. And I will show you an example by using a silly flashlight, the generic ones versus the others. We'll remove this. Equip that one. Now we're gonna go do a test somewhere. Let's find somewhere. Where are we at? We're in Mother Russia, where everybody drinks vodka and dances to 80s disco music. Something, I don't know. It just will not zoom in. What the hell's going on? That's weird. I've never seen it do that glitch. It's like it didn't want to load. Okay. We've done that. Done that. Done that. There's one. Alright, now watch the search bar. I'm using this flashlight. Now I'm going to switch up flashlights and show you how crazy. Okay, show you. Switched. Alright. Gotta go do another one. This only had 2 pulls on it. Alright, let's find this one. Alright. See how fast it went? Now I'm going to switch it back. Another building. Tell me you can't see that difference. It is a considerable difference, especially when you're farming for materials and needing to get and go because you're on a clock. I don't like doing scavenge runs in the dark because everything comes out at night and goes bump. Literally, that's where I get most of the wild boar, the bear, and lynx attacks is from nighttime. Very seldomly in the daytime. I'm kind of happy that they kept with the simulation in that regard. It's a little more realistic. Animals come out and feed, especially in a time frame like this. No one's feeding them food anymore, so they're going back to nature. Dogs become dinner. Cats become dinner. But as you've seen, flashlights make a world of difference. Can't overstate that. Drop that silly one. And the same thing with the fishing pole. The fishing goes a lot faster with the sturdy fishing rod versus the stick and the string. They did do away with the iron armor, and they gave us steel armor, which I'm okay with. I have no issue with that. But the problem is I had a bunch made up. Let me see if it's... Which one was it? Yeah, there it is. So, you can't make that. Or, wait a second. Before I speak. Yes, you can. It's now in the number 4. Well, which one was it? See, I'm trying to figure out if it was the highway armor that was in the blacksmithing because it had metal and the rubber tires. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. But I really am content with the streamlining of things. It made it more playable, enjoyable for long durations. Every run that I do is about, I don't want to say 3 hours at most. I don't try to do any more than that because staring at a screen for that long is just silly. But hey, that's how I got this crazy stockpile you're staring at right here. And I got tons of whiskey in the alpha base, the rear base, brewing right now. And I got whiskey XL and moonshine going. The whiskey XL, though, is going to be done in 9 months. The longer you let the whiskey age, the higher the percentage down here is. See how it's water +5, radiation -35. So if you're radiated, you drink that, it gets rid of it. Energy +15. And this is truthful in reality. Wine and whiskey, certain types of whiskey, is a anti-radiant. That means if you have a radiant system, you can flush it out with certain distillates, as silly as that seems. As far as the wine and the grapes go, many people thought it was a sulfate, but we still don't have a true that's how it happened. This is what kept the Italians and others from being sick and dying from radiation poison. But in saying that, I don't recommend drinking the vodka. Look what they did to it. Your energy goes -5. It's the only distillate in here that makes you what alcohol should actually make you: worthless. It's the best way to describe it. The rest of the other stuff is all pluses. See, this one gives you a +5 to energy, a +10 to water, and a -7 to radiation. Moonshine, however, it's great for dealing with radiation, but it negates energy and health. And it's a possible 1% to blindness. No joke. I've already tested it to see how many I had to drink to actually go blind, and the number is 20 in a row. That's it. But in reality, if you drank 20 of those in a row, moonshine, you would die. Don't worry about your eyesight. You ain't going to see when you go out anyways. But I still can't get over the Pepsi. It's probably one of the better drinks in the game that you don't find enough of. +40 to water, +20 to energy. You're slipping on some energy, you just have a peppy. You know, there, right there, 72 now. I got some juice in me. Wine is still more beneficial with dealing with radiation than any other. And that was back to the sulfates and other theories and plausibilities on the science of that. But I can't overstate carrying coffee and tea. It's highly beneficial. The energy boost you get from both is just excellent. Keep you from passing out at the wheel or not completing a quest or a mission. Now, what was the other one? Did weapons, ammo, gear. Oh yeah, the trophies have been changed. These used to be able to give you item find percentage. Now they do not. Or if they still do, it no longer states it. So, kind of confused on that. And some items I cannot remove from my inventory. Some I can. But the can of spray paint, the DR spray paint, and the doll cannot remove from my inventory. I can drop the watch, but it's best to have that. Won't let me drop the development tank, and it used to. So, I don't know. I guess they still have some working to do in that regards. Not too sure. But I was very content with the Christmas event. Can't say how fun that was, because it was fun killing those snowmen. And the item we got for the Christmas event was... Oh, it's on my person. Without the ammo. That's smarts, right? Oh, no, I have 92 on me. Okay. The icicle thrower. And it was a icicle throwing winter crossbow. And it deals double damage and armor penetration. So 25 to 55 double. So it was either 50 or 110. But awesome weapon. Fun as all get out. I mean, who doesn't like shooting icicles out of a crossbow? I've yet to see anybody do it, but sounds like fun. By golly, what Russian out there hasn't done it yet? But anyways, back to the craziness of the changes. I found myself in a map predicament conundrum. And let me explain something. By the time the change hit, I cleared all of this that you see here. From starting point to Leningrad to all around Moscow, Kazan, Volgograd, Kiev, Ufa, all this down here. Everything. Only to realize that I had to go back through those towns once again to get all the stuff they just placed. The diesel. Yep. So, at the making of this video at present right now, in this month of March of 2019, I have done this map twice as far as scavenging. And I have struggled to want to get back in to complete the end game, which I am there. I'm just procrastinating. I got 3 other missions I want to do before I wrap that up. And that's just because I want to do the rest of the storyline. That's one of the reasons why I'm playing this game. I'm really into survival games if they're done right. This one was done really good. I have a few qualms, but they're not game breakers or deal breakers for me. There are stuff you can buy in the store, but it's no game changer. There is no PvP in sandbox mode. This is just me and Russia and what is in it. I can't overstate the leisure of time in that. You're not fighting with a society-based economy, etc., etc., etc. It's very appealing for someone who just wants to pick it up for a few minutes, put it back down for that duration. Or put in 3 hours of let's clear this whole town, because I've done it. It requires that with some of these larger cities, especially if you only want to make a one-way trip. And that's the best way to conserve your fuel. Another great way is to always pack a secondary form of transportation. But if you do so, make sure that you have that type of fuel. But if you pack the motorized cart, you don't have to worry about that if you're driving the UAZ 452. They both use gasoline. And the cart uses very little of it. And it carries a decent amount, not a lot. But if you're farming for food and meds and stuff, it's perfect. If you're doing like little bases, like the 10-man buildings you see every now and then. I'm not talking about the military bases. The hideouts. It's best to use a motorcycle or the ZAZ, because you never know that when you open the crate inside there, you might get 400 tires. You might get 300 steel. You might get 600 salt. You get my drift. You don't want to be standing there going, oh man, I got to leave all this and come back. No, plan and prioritize your moving of the economy that you are trying to acquire and stockpile. And I can't overstate this enough. There's no sense in eating the canned goods. Those are to be stockpiled. Eat the stuff that you cook, find, etc. The reason why is you will get further and you will have backup. That way you can make little stockpile bunkers in between zones that you frequently go to and from. That way you have a pit stop location of, I can refuel here. And that's the best way to do what I call Russians Route 66. And that is the highway that goes from Minsk, and you can see this line all the way through Moscow, through Kazan, through Ufa. It swoops down a teeny bit and comes into Chelyabinsk, comes through that, Petropavlov, Omsk, Novosibirsk, and where I'm at the forward base. It stops and curves right here. That road goes on for days. I thought the Great Wall of China was long. No. You drive this thing and scavenge all these surrounding areas, you will realize what is long. It is this road in Russia that I must see someday in my life. Because that is one hell of a road trip. Let me tell you, brothers and sisters, I would enjoy that all the way to the bank and back. But anyways, back to the crazy Moscow situation. There's a weapon in Moscow on a turret that requires an engineer to fix. I have got there, brought the engineer, only to realize that I have no idea where those parts are to fix that thing. And I have yet to see a tutorial, a walkthrough, or a guide on YouTube about that weapon that's on the turret. And it's a turret-based mounted weapon. How you're supposed to take it from its position, I am not clear on. Maybe in the end game mission, it gets used, and I'll leave it at that. Now, I have come to the conclusion that I will continually keep going from my forward base here to my rear base here and to Moscow. And the reason why is every time I get a new mission now, this late in the game, that is what is taking place. I had to go all the way back to, what was it? Tver, to go to sleep in a house there to remember a dream to do the storyline. That was messed up. Give you an example. From here to here. And total unleaded gas, normal gasoline usage was 2.8 million liters. So you're looking at 300 liters just from here to Novosibirsk in my forward base. So that's 300. Here's another 300. Here's 400 from Omsk to there. And then from here to here's another 400 from Chelyabinsk to Kazan. That's 400. And then Kazan to Moscow, 400. It's like, good grief. Good thing they added all the new gasoline, right? Which I am thankful for. I can actually use my diesel vehicles now. But the one vehicle that sticks out like a sore thumb, because it should, is the duck boat. I am so glad we got that, because I'm sitting here thinking and saying to myself, does nobody in Russia own an aluminum fishing boat? Because for the longest time we were stuck with just the motorized raft. That's it. It's like all the fiberglass and aluminum fishing boats vanished. Vanished. You know, and that was a silly thing. So when they gave us the amphibious land vehicle, the BAV 485, I was very pleased. It's got decent mileage. It's 100 kilometers, 20 liters, 3 tons. That's the capacity it holds. So decent. But the issue is it's diesel. The best way to use that is actually in these riverways, and I'll give you a pan out idea of what I'm talking about. These long riverways is the best use for that vehicle. You will use more diesel on land using it than you will in that water. I know it seems silly, but it's the truth. I've already done this white flag to where I was, and as you see, the white flag marker. I did a little cannonball run down the river, Russian style, once on land and one in the water, same vehicle. And what I found out undoubtedly was I was correct. You use less fuel in the water than you do on the land with the duck boat. And I know some people are going to say, hey, you shouldn't call it a duck boat. It's a duck boat. It's a duck boat. Even with the cover on the back, it's a duck boat. But anyways, the one thing that, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of dreaming or wishing for is that secondary boat. The BAV 485 should be the third option, the final tier option. Between the raft and that, there should be an aluminum boat. An aluminum boat, a wooden boat, you know, a fishing boat. I'm not talking like gimme sails and stuff. I'm talking like a rowboat, a dinghy, something to the equivalent of. I mean, even canoes, kayaks. I mean, they fit the bill. I mean, extreme water sports are a big thing in Russia because of how many awesome rivers and rapids they have. I mean, that's one of those dream destinations that I come to say, man, if I only had the money, you know. Dream destination. One of many. But back to DAR survival. Let's. What other tests did we did the flashlight test? We need to go find something to fight. Right out here. Hunt. And that's another thing. You can actually go any location now to find these battles. Here's the auto battle. As soon as I click this, I want to show you something. It's asking me that I need the SVD sniper rifle, its ammo, a machine gun, and its ammo to win this battle. That is what it's saying to fight this guy in a mask, this guy in a mask, this guy in a mask and a hoodie. Now, I could do the auto battle, but I just want to show you this is why you want to carry the different types of weapons and their corresponding ammo. Because during this selection screen, you're going to find yourself where saying you cannot do that. You have to fight because you don't have the required weapons to auto complete or win the battle without issue. And that's what this is doing right here. That's why it's all in green. It's self-explanatory, very visual. This is what you need. I win. As soon as you confirm, the bodies show up. You search them. And I think somewhere down the road they're going to put skins on these like the other ones. Yet they haven't yet. Yes, I'm going to bury these fools because they were probably just having a picnic or something. Give them a nice little cross epitaph. Somebody back east saying, "Why don't you write?" Right? Alright, here's another thing I need to discuss. Now that you have the loot on the ground and the location, this is what you don't want to do, and I found myself dealing with more times than I choose to count, and it's frustrating. So I figured out a way around it, and this is what it is. Okay, you leave your gear out on the ground, viewable to see, so you can disassemble it here out on the ground. And the reason why I say that is if you don't, this is what will take place. I already have a AKS-74U in my inventory. And to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to go to my inventory, show you the weapon. There it is right there. AKS-47U. It's 100% durability. 100%. Now watch what happens if I pick the weapon up. And if I go into a battle, this is the weapon I'm going to use. The weapon I just picked up. So if it has a durability of 44 or less, I have a possibility of a weapon breaking while in combat, which is not good, brothers and sisters. You want your gear ready and steady to go, locked and loaded. You want that stuff clean. So in saying that, this is what you do. Back to disassembling. Back to the ground location. You disassemble on the ground. On the ground. Before you pick up anything. Same thing with your mask. You disassemble to make sure you can get a filter. That way you got extra filters. Now I got the ammo, the filter, and the parts. Tear up their backpack. I do that because, I don't know, I need tissue. So we're going to do this again. Another location. Going to hunt. Now this time we're going to go into battle. Instead of go to auto attack, I get to choose the weapons I bring. So if I want to try to do this Rambo style, I can just go in there with a knife. That's it. Or an axe. Michael Myers. I mean, seriously, could we do this? This guy's got 500 armor. He's got 300. He's got 300. But I got 2,114. I think we're going to go do some Michael Myers. So just to make sure I have my bases covered, I want to bring the rocket launcher. And I'll show you why. You see, playing possum is sometimes the best thing to do in this new turn-based combat that they have given us, which I have no issue with. It suits the game. It works well. It has no possible exploit or breakage. No game breaker. So, playing possum, let me show you what it looks like. And as naturally, since I have the wolf pet, it will be in here with me as well, but only as a level 1. So I'm ending my turn. Now, this is what the dog did for me. See how they're all three in the same spot? Now, if I aim this in the right location, I might take out 2 of them. Or take out the dog. So, playing possum, it has its benefits. Now, I'm going to get a little move on. Michael Myers time. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I hope you're watching this because this is very gratifying for me. Because I've heard so many people, you can't, you gotta have a gun, No, you have to have the right gear. See that? I'm taking bullets to the face and not dying. Alright, let's do this. It's all about that defense. Steel armor. Gotta love it. Michael Myers for the win. And no, I did not lose my wolf. The nice thing about that system is if your dog dies in that battle, it doesn't die in your inventory. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. There he is. Skilled wolf, level 6. And I never got it higher than that as far as leveling it up because they turned that off when they changed everything. So I don't know if my wolf is glitched or something. I'd like some feedback about that because it's quite puzzling. So let's loot the bodies. We'll do this again. Okay, we have 3 firearms. So we got a pistol, disassemble. We have an AK, disassemble. And the RPK-74, disassemble. Tear up the backpack. And this is how you deal with inventory. And no, I did not want to pick those bodies up. I apologize. I am not that way. Might be the apocalypse, but I'm no Donner Party. Let me get that clear. So, now that we've shown that, let's head back into base. Dump off what we picked up. Don't need none of that. It's the ammo. Keeping that. Get rid of the parts. Keeping all that. Drop the magazine. And that's another thing. Since I've capped out of everything, I've just been collecting the magazines. Like I got something to read at my camp. But since you're here, it's time to open 26 crates, 12 mail packages, and 1 Christmas gift. So, how are we going to do this? We got to go find an empty room. Pick up everything off the floor. We'll deal with them skeletons later. We're going to drop everything on the floor that we're opening up. Remember, once again, open it in an open area, not in your bags. Do the sorting before it gets to your bag. Trust me, you will thank me later. Okay, we got a chainsaw right off the bat. Wow. First box. 2 tires, second box. Ooh, 24 blanks. I can deal with that. Need them primers. Oop, bottle of vino. Can't say no to that. Oop, 8 can porridge. Oh, I'm liking how these are opening up. Ooh, 7 rope. That's good. Whoa, 144 thread. That's a lot of stitching. 96 scrap. That's usable. Ooh, 69 tape. Good number. Bicycle spare parts, 7. Always use those. Rags, always use those. Whoa, see, this is what I was talking about. The 409 salt that randomly shows up every now and then. And it's not just salt. It's other items at that quantity. You just never know. So always plan your scavenging trips accordingly. You need to know you can carry that weight, because going back a second time is a wasted trip, a wasted fuel. This is a survival game. Come on now. More spare parts. Another chainsaw. That's 2. That is a bonus and a half right there. Watch one of these crates be a car, right? Oh, more blanks. 46 now then. Ooh, cloth. 271 sugar. That's a bonus. That's good in the coffee. 7 rope. Rope's coming in bundles of 7. Oh, 136 thread. Ooh, toolkit. That's good. Oh, 9 soap. That's good. So, we ended up with a decent stockpile for them crates. Let's pick it up. I'm tickled over them 2 chainsaws. Decent amount of wood. Got some good primers, a lot of tape, a lot of thread, some good parts. Alright, let's see what no one got in the mail. These are all packages I've scavenged just in this area, just today. So, what we got? Normal clothes. Oh, condensed milk too. That's always good. Paper 27, got plenty of that. Normal clothes again. Rust 13. Oh, sturdy fishing rod. Score. School books 2. Oh, bottle of vodka. Rags 12. School books 4. Normal clothes. Last package. Vegetables 3. Nice. Alright. Final package where we wrap this up. The Christmas gift. Alright. Let's take some odds out there. What do you think it's going to be? What do you think is in there? I mean, this is Mother Russia we're talking about. Day R survival. What would be in this green wrapped, red bowed ribbon Christmas gift? Well, we'll find out after this commercial break. Nah, I'm just kidding. Come on now. Let's open this. 100 tangerine, 1 cake, bottle of red wine. Ha! I knew icicled. 100 snowballs. Great shit. Great shit. And what's cool about these is using these in combat, which I'll do in a second. To show you what I'm talking about. They freeze the victim. It's classic. It don't get any better than this. We're going to attack and not auto attack. We're going to choose the weapon of choice, which is the icicle thrower. And oh, it's not giving us the snowballs. That's a bummer. I guess it's for only Christmas. Alright, we'll go Michael Myers again and the crossbow. What the hell? Let's start off crossbow. We'll play possum, end turn. Let the dog go first. Ooh! Here's something I need to discuss. Obstacles. Right here where my arrow is pointing is a beehive. If I disturb that, anything around it is screwed. Screwed. So there are obstacles in the game that you can actually use to your benefit if you're paying attention, like this beehive. Now the question is how do I get these over to here? Well, the only way is to move the dog, and they will move to the dog. So I'm going to move to the tree, and now I have a defense marker. He's going to say stop or I'll shoot. He's going to move. I'm not going nowhere near that beehive. I don't know about you. It does give the freeze symbol. Let's do it. Insufficient points. Alright, we'll do it next round. Shooting that beehive. Alright, here goes. You asked for it. Ha ha! Went straight to it. Ah, thank you, Russia. Thank you for the humor you provide me. That's all I have to say. Good show. That's all I can say. So, let's get these guys over here. Let's go Michael Meyer on this guy. Nah, let's stick him once. Lucky me, he says. Alright, damn it. And bullets tickle. Alright, right here. Give me my axe. Oh, he ran up the tree. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I've never seen that. That was funny. He don't want none of this. He don't want none of this. Yeah, he's staying up the tree. That's funny. Alright, buddy. I'm going to cut your tree down. No, I'm going to shoot you first. Johnny Appleseed. Here we go. So, received a bullet wound to the left leg. So, time to look at some little triage after we scavenge these corpses. They didn't give us much. That was a letdown. Okay, so we got two options. Extract the bullet and bandage, or extract the bullet and cauterize. What don't I recommend? The bottom one. Anytime you got to use a hot knife, and that's what you have to have on you, is a hot knife. Otherwise, you can't cauterize. It's just no bueno, negative 21 to health. Because you're going to be screaming like a stuck pig that you just put something glowing red amber on you to close up something that you can't stitch. Hey, in survival mode, if you have to do it, do it. But if you can stitch it, stitch it. Good grief. Don't be so squeamish. Go catch some fish, man, and gut a few. Let's see, what else? What is next on my agenda? I'm going to move down in here and make another, I want to say, depot. Because there's a lot of stuff down in here I have yet to do that I want to scavenge, look through, make sure I haven't missed anything. As soon as I get up into here, into the nuclear plant, it's just then the nuclear car, the Bel Az, etc. So, in saying that, in closing, comrades, this has been one hell of a ride to do twice, let me tell you. Scavenging this map once was a pain in the ass. Scavenging it twice, damn. Damn, damn, damn.